Okay, so wonderful.
This is session number 2. For those of you who have stayed on the line or just coming to the line, this is the Cider Enterprises Book Club conference call featuring Reverend Sheila McKeithen and her 12 steps to your healing. And we are just hearing from her how we can connect with her and get this book. You'll probably have to star 6 again, Reverend Sheila, and tell us just how we can connect with you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, very well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I have a very active Facebook page, and probably everybody on the line, that's how they heard about the interview tonight. Very active Facebook page, and so you can always contact me there. In terms of the book is available as a Kindle ebook and also, as a hard copy. And it's available at Amazon.com.
Well, this is really good. You got it in bookstores here in Chicago, at CUT's bookstore and other stores?
Christ Universal Temple. If you're on the south side of Chicago, you have Christ Universal Temple, which is at 119th and Ashland. And you also have Westside Center of Truth. I know they have some copies. Any of the UFBL ministries should have copies of the book.
This is a desirable book for those who it's a gift. It's a great gift. And I'm hoping everybody will rush out, get this book, and share it with somebody who's not quite experiencing the healing that is available to them. So I'd like to open the line up, if I may, for those who remained and have some questions. If I was getting all kinds of texts, she's coming, I want to talk to her. So if you will star 6 your phone callers, we welcome your questions or comments. Okay, I'm not certain what's happening with the callers, but I'm just curious. In one of our conversations, you were talking about your travels. You had been to South America, and I'm not sure just where else you had gone. But was this just fun travel you were doing, or were you on business?
No,
yeah.
this was actually work. The Universal Foundation for Better Living has a ministry in South America in Guyana, and I went to be a support to our minister down there and her family. And so in like a 3-week period, I was there twice. And so that was work. That wasn't pleasure. But it was a pleasure to work with the people, of course. So that's, it's the nature of the work. It's just the nature of the work. So you go and you support ministries and their people as best as you can, and that's what you're called to do. So that's what you do.
Okay, well, it sounds exciting to me, the travel.
Travel is exciting until you have to do it.
You have
to do it, and if it's like often. I remember there was a time when I was getting on a plane every single week, and I did that for 4 years. And at the end of 4 years, I just said I can't do it anymore.
Who was that time?
Yeah. So it always looks very exciting, but most and glamorous. But most things that are blingy and glamorous appear that way until you're the one that's actually doing it. And I tell you, if you talk to anyone who has a really very busy lifestyle, and let's say they get to go home for Christmas, they will tell you they don't want to be the celebrity when they go home for Christmas. They just want to be cousin Jean, they just want to be cousin whatever in their blue jeans, and they just want to hang out like everybody else. They don't want to be asked to sing. They don't want to be asked to do anything special. They just want to be there like everybody else and just folding into the crowd. Trust me, anybody that wants to be on all the time, I don't know what to say about them, but I'm not one of those people.
but they're very insecure. That's first off. If they need to be on all the time, that's reassurance, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what they need, but I'm just saying I don't need to be on all the time. So I leave that. I have to have moments where I, just have my quiet and my solitude. And that's why the last step is rest. Because if things are going on in your life, you're going to have to find time to rest. Healing happens in times of rest, of stillness. There's a reason that Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still. And it talks about in that 46th chapter of Psalm that the earth can be tumultuous and different things are happening, but yet in the midst of the city there is a river. And so the peace, be still, be still. And a lot of people don't want to be still with themselves. I think one of the things that happened for me, and I'm very grateful for it, in practicing this very principle, was that in the hospital I had no need for a lot of visitors. I couldn't have flowers because they thought, whatever was on the flowers could be detrimental to me. And it was very good. And I didn't spend my time talking on the phone because I needed to rest and I needed to just listen to the voice of God as it spoke to me to tell me what are the things that that I need to know in order to get up and, to move on and get out of there. So here I am, more than 20 years later, actually going toward 30. I'm still here.
Oh, it's a great thing and such a gift to the universe you are.
Yeah, I hope so. There's a proverb that says, the service you give is the rent that you pay on the planet. And I like to turn to people and say, have you paid your rent?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be full on, and that means all the things that I'm accountable and responsible, through His grace and goodness that I am.
Right.
It's a powerful place, and I just see a greater need for more of us to step up, be who He called us to be. I like your comments about you can do these things, the 12 steps, in conjunction with what your medical doctor says, in conjunction with other methodologies and modalities you may use for healing. Because all of them seem to me to promote your health improvement. I'm not so sure he's that medical doctor, but he probably has a part in there too to help you get back to where you need to be with a healthy and strong body. So I don't discount, the doctors necessarily. I just hope that more of us do take on this responsibility and learn what it is we need. And in the silence, that's certainly going to help. I find fasting brings me to silence or stillness that I don't get when I'm operating, with the food and all that stuff. And it's very, very important to me. 2016, just 2 weeks away.
Wow.
Oh, that's close, Lord. Have I really made some decisions? Have I, selected some choices that I'm going to employ for my betterment? And I just, grateful that you have stepped up personally in the challenge of health, and I'm going to put it out there in the challenge of my church, too. We needed Sheila McKeithen to unite us and help us grow the teachings Johnny left us with. We have to practice them. And here you are, to me, the embodiment, all she said, put him on for yourself and live that life. That's you.
We're all charged to just do the best we can with the understanding that we have and to continue to open up so that the Holy Spirit can teach us. Nobody gets it right all the time. I know I certainly don't. But just to do the best you can where you are with what you have and continue to stay connected to the divine so that the divine can continue to teach you So to remain teachable, to not have your cup so filled that nothing else can get in, and let the Spirit lead you, because what the Spirit leads you to, the Spirit leads you through. And so, to just live a life of humility. We are more than the positions that we, accept. We're more than the so-called social status. We're more than all of the human labels that we put on ourselves. We're spiritual beings. That's our essence. And we live in a spiritual universe that is governed by spiritual law. So no matter what happens in this realm that we're living in, this third dimensional realm, no matter what happens in it, we are guided by spiritual principles in our responses to it. And that's really very important. Do unto others as you would have done unto you.
Yes, you said this is a lifestyle, not just a momentary declaration, but a lifestyle.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, may I ask a question or make a statement?
Certainly.
First of all, Reverend Sheila, I just want to tell you that you are just such a powerful presence for the power of God. I have the recording of you from Revelation, and I already know what it says, but I love to just listen to it and tap into the power that you call upon each time I hear you speak. So such a blessing for me to get this opportunity to hear you and to connect with you, which was quite by happenstance. Very interestingly, I write for a Janela Van Zandt fellowship letter, and I interviewed a woman by accident. I thought she was someone else. I thought she was she had written a book, and I thought she was one of our writers from inside of our community because she has a similar name. But she was a wonderful woman, and I happened to be on Facebook one of the rare occasions and saw her post about the fact that you were doing this. And so just because I was looking, because it was her, I got this opportunity to hear you. So thank you so much. And I had just been listening to your talk like 2 days ago saying, I wish she would write a book about what she actually did. And then to find out, here it all is. Because I'm always sending that talk to people that I know are working on healing themselves. So I'm so glad that there is an outlined technology that you have set forth, and very excited to get a copy of the book. And I just really wanted to shout you out. I am in D.C., but I am not. I heard you just say you're not dealing with people, so I'm letting you be anonymous. But I would love an opportunity at some point, at your convenience, to interview you for.
I don't believe it. You're coming on Claudette, the Cider Enterprise, to get an interview with Reverend Sheila. So if you're on Facebook, just message me and say, whatever it is you need to say, okay?
I did try that.
Oh, you did try that? Oh, okay.
I did.
Well, you know what? The thing is, and I don't want to tie up Cider's time with this because some other people may have a call. So just try it again, But nowadays there's so much hacking into the different Facebook's accounts, and people are now using names of people asking you to friend them. And so, it's really kind of strange. So we all pray our way through everything. So, my schedule's pretty tight and pretty busy. So, as I can, as Claudette said, she chased me this whole year on this, and so I said I can't let the year end and not do this for her. So here I am, and it's all going to work. But thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. It's okay. I can understand. But do connect with her on her Facebook. The speaker will show up as you can. Can I get another caller on the line?
Yeah, any other questions?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. This is Judith. And,
hi, Judith.
Hi, Hi, Reverend Sheila. It's really a pleasure to hear your voice, and Claudette, it is a pleasure to hear yours too. And I can attest to that here because I think I was the person that was attempting to make the connection for you,
Yes,
Claudette.
yes.
Year, so, yeah, but I'm glad that it happened.
It happened. Thank you so much, Judith.
No problem. It's always my pleasure. I want to thank you for writing the book. You know, I served with you on the committee for USBL on healing, on spiritual healing. And to have this come from you, I love the simplicity of it. It's an easy read. You know, we use it in our prayer ministry. With the chaplains are going to be reading it. We use it with people we're praying with. So I really thank you for making this available at this level.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That's One God, One Thought Center in Baltimore, Maryland. That's beautiful.
Well, and I'm also building the Divinity Center right here in Washington, D.C. So we're using it in both cities.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Very good.
One of the things that comes up is that, you know, even people who are in metaphysical studies, when the diagnosis comes, we lose our head. We lose our direction. We lose the fact that we ever knew how to pray sometimes. And so this kind of work will help strengthen that conviction in us, and it'll give us a conversation with each other that we can begin to pull that consciousness back up. So, my question to you is, you know, how can we support you in having this information available to more and more people?
Well, one of the things that you need to know is that when we were putting the final touches on the book, I said to God, God, okay, so now how do we do this and how much is the book? Believe it or not. And God said $8. I said, I was thinking $10. God said $8. So I said, fine, no problem. And let me tell you what has happened with the book. The book is $8 because God said the book is $8. Because nobody should be able to say, I can't afford the book. As a matter of fact, most people buy the book and buy at least 2-3 copies because they're giving the book away to someone. Number two, the other thing that happened is for the first year of publication, that was from October 2014 up until now, what has happened is I made the book available to churches that wanted the book. Guess what? I bought the book. I bought the book myself at my author's discount, sent it to the churches, and Christ Universal Temple was one of my biggest subscribers, and bought the book, no out-of-pocket to the church, sent them the book, and then what they would do is after they sell the book is reimburse me for the book. So I have an arrangement where I will help people to get the book who want the book, and once you then sell the book, which you will, then you reimburse me back. And I've done that for, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 churches to help them so that it's a prosperity project for them. I don't ask them for any of the proceeds. Not one of those churches have sent me anything other than what my initial outlay was for to get the book to them. And my author's discount allows them. And so they made they made a really good profit on the book. And so I've done that. And so really it's like spreading the word, telling people about the book. I'll do quotes on my Facebook page. And people do reviews on Amazon.com once they've read the book and purchased the book. And Amazon posts those. So I'm actually moving on to another book now that deals with prosperity and increase, particularly in the area of your finances, based on some principles that I've personally worked for myself.
So you got to commit right here now for that book when it comes out, because that's my study for 2016, creating and sustaining wealth. And so when you get Reverend Sheila, we're expecting you back.
Okay, that sounds fine. Anybody with any other questions? Thank you, Judith.
My name's Denise. We grew up from Chicago, and I just want to tell you, I grew up in Christ Universal Temple with Dr. John Coleman. I'm a John Coleman baby, and I remember when you were at the church and you spoke, and I thought she is such a humble spirit, and I just want to commend you for being the spirit that you are in this planet. You show up with such power, but such in a beautiful feminine essence. It is so beautiful to see you operate in your goddess self. And I just wanted to compliment you on your style, your beauty, your presence, and how you bring these metaphysical principles in a different kind of way. I grew up in a church, and the women that were kind of that brought us these principles were beautiful and amazing in a different kind of way. And you had such a unique way of bringing it. I just want to honor you and tell you how beautiful and amazing you are. And thank you for doing the work that you do to change the planet with all this.
Yes, and I honor you, and I thank you so much for the call. But know that I honor you just as you honor me. And so it is. Yes. We serve as mirrors to each other. How about that?
Yes. And Claudette, thank you for bringing her. You're doing an awesome job. And I know it's getting close to time, so I want to let somebody else in. But I just wanted to honor you today and doing the work that you do.
And I honor you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Hey, Reverend Sheila.
Hi.
Hi, this is Lockie. How are you?
Oh, hey, Lockie. How are you?
I'm just fine. I wanted you to know I dialed in, I listened, I learned. I will be purchasing the book. And I think out of all the people online, I may have known you the longest. And I just want to commend you also, but I want to let everybody know that from high school, you have been the same. It was nothing that you had to, grow into. You were a lady, and you were spiritual from then, even in college at Florida State, driving me to school. But you have been a blessing. And I just wanted everybody to know that it is nothing that just came about. You have been growing in your spirit all your life, and I commend you.
Oh my gosh. That's my high school buddy, y'all. Miss Lockie. Oh my gosh. Next week, Lockie,
all the way from the bottom.
All the way from Fort Lauderdale. There you go.
Yes. Still here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh,
thank you.
Love you.
Wonderful. We're going to entertain one more question if we can, and then I'm going to allow her to get on with her busy life. We just enjoy having had you today. Sorry about the phone glitches, but I believe we've got enough of the conversation that we can do the replay, for those who missed the call this evening.
Hello. Am I on?
Hi. On the line. Who is it? Come on, quick.
This is Alicia. I would like to know, how do you get the recording?
Okay, so Claudette will tell you that at the end, Alethea.
Oh, okay.
So that's great. But I heard behind the back, Anna?
Yes, I'm on.
Anna. Hey, Anna.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Anna Price, Dean of the Johnny Coleman Theological Seminary. Come on, Anna, with the question. Come on.
The question is, when is the next book going to be released?
That is, you're just so cute. You're just really cute. You're just really cute. I'm actually working on it. It's going to be called 12. Well, I don't want to give out my title, but it's another 12-stepper, and it deals with the prosperity principles of increase. And I talk about how I literally saw increase in my financial affairs practicing certain steps, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. Even
Did you talk about
reducing my mortgage. Even reducing my mortgage.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you talk about why you're using 12?
I didn't talk about. Nobody asked me why I was using 12. In the early teachings of Emma Curtis Hopkins, the early teachings of H. Emily Cady, Lessons in Truth, you will notice that there are 12 lessons. And the reason it's 12 is because the 12 represents spiritual completion. So for the book that I write, we're going on a spiritual journey, a journey of the soul. And what we're doing is we are actually moving through various steps and stages of growth. I call them steps and stages of consciousness, of awareness lifting and elevating. And so my intention in writing is that when we get to step 12, that we will be at such a level of awareness, a level of unfoldment, a level of growth, that, there will be a complete shift in our being, and we will then be standing as a new person as we face life and all of its various circumstances. That there will be some kind of like an evolution of the soul, whereby we are now released from that prior way of being, the former ways, and stepping into a whole new way of being. So if you think about it as a metaphysician, we're doing soul surgery.
Okay.
And so what happens then is, remember that after you are allowing all that clouds the soul and prevents it from being what you're really designed to be, that you emerge a new creature in Christ Jesus.
Oh, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, so the hope before we begin, but when you pick up the book, when you set the intention to get it, is that you're on a path to something new and different, something amazing, that the new you is emerging, and you're simply giving yourself permission to be more than you ever thought you could be.
Oh, that sounds divine. Truly, truly. Brother Sheila, one more time, tell them where to go to get this book and how to like you. I want everybody to know about it. One more time.
You can get the book for $8 on Amazon.com. And it is available in hardcover or in Kindle. It will make a great Christmas gift, particularly anybody who is like in a hospital experience, but somebody who is just sad during the holidays, because it reminds them of their power of choice. That's really what the book does. And it says, I'm going to let go of some of the stuff that weighs me down and keeps me so heavy that I can't jump, I can't lift, I can't be what I really know that I'm designed to be. You know, Jeremiah 29:11 says, thus saith the Lord, I know the plans I have for you. They're plans for good, not for harm, to give you a future with hope. And so my prayer is for hope for each of you, for our world. That's my prayer, for hope. And that we live together in harmony and unity, and we go forward, because after you've accumulated all of the money and the material stuff, we still need food to eat. Come on, everybody. And we all breathe the same air. And we all bleed when we're cut. Come on. And we all hurt when our loved ones are in pain.
Yes.
So we're more alike than we are different. And so to find the likeness in people around you, even if it's one thing. Reverend Galen wrote an article, and he said, you know, if we agree on 7 things, let's work together on those 7 things.
Oh, yes.
And then let's lift the world into the place that we know that it can be. It's our responsibility, and it all begins with each one of us, and it begins within us, not outside of us. So that's our task.
Reverend Sheila, thank you. Thank you for reminding us of these choices that are before us and encouraging those who may be experiencing less than the best because they haven't made the choice. You have magnificently answered every question I had about how you do this journey, Lord, and what can I expect at the end. And you said salvation, really, because I've embraced all that He has for me in just 12 steps. So, my pleasure. Again, thank you. I wish you and the callers on the line the very best of holiday times, whatever it means for you to share, to care, and to love someone. Do that. Be alive. And I invite you all back. 2016, like I said, it's just 2 weeks away. January 21st will be the next Cider Enterprises Book Club conference call. I will be listening for you. God bless all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recording. Recording.
Love you.
Questions.